noises, but pay attention to me, that is, and not to the people singing in the back or the cars on the street. Okay? Now, let's go. There are many weapons that you can use. Weapons, I should say. I call them weapons. A glass, very dangerous. You can stab it right in front of somebody's face. Then we have, of course, the pepper and salt. Now, if you have the time to screw this thing off underneath the table and you put the pepper in your hand, you can throw it at him and then you can attack. It can blind him, okay, at least for a little bit. The salt thing, nothing really is going to happen, but it's a nice little thing to hold in your hand and punch the guy with, or just throw it at him as a defense so that he blocks and you attack right away with a right, straight, left hook and all the finishing combinations from the Boss Wooden's Big Book of Combat. Now this, what can you do with this? Would you say? Same thing. Distraction. Throw it and it will work. This thing, very violent. Pick off the cap. This is metal, ladies and gentlemen, and this is metal. You can now punch and you can hit and you can stab it like this. That's a great weapon right here, okay? You won't break your knuckles, by the way, because you're holding something. This is a very strong weapon. Now, also a very strong weapon, and that happened one time in a restaurant when I was eating. I saw a waiter putting some hot sauce on somebody's foot, and he dropped one little drop of hot sauce into his eye, in the eye from the customer. And the guy was screaming from pain. It didn't work. So if you have the chance, well, unbutton this thing and square it into his face. Better yet, square it on your fingers, and the first confrontation with him, smear it in his eyes. Okay, those are the weapons. Come with me. We have a little bit more. Of course, a nice little plate. What can a plate do? I can throw it to you again, but I can also break it, and now it's a stabbing device. This is porcelain. It will have sharp edges, and it can cut your throat. You can cut people with it. Very dangerous. Watch out for that. Of course, the bottle of beer. Now, I want to tell you, if you break the bottle first, that's not going to work. I tried this one time in a fight of myself. I was on the street. I took 2 beer bottles because we were fighting like 7 guys. And I broke them, and they broke off all the way in here. So I had only the little pieces. And we started laughing real loud, and everybody was backing off because they thought, what is he doing? But it doesn't work. But if you break the bottle on his head, that will work for sure. Okay? You can also stab it, of course. Oh, look at this. Now, this is a very dangerous weapon right here. This is where they put the receipts on. You know, the waiters. Yeah, I don't need to tell you what you can do with this thing. Okay, hey, look at this. Now, this is a big one. Crush it in the face, throw it in, and attack right away. Combinations follow. It's a great weapon. And of course, with everything said, we have the bar stool. This, later on, is going to be very effective, especially if somebody is pulling a knife. Now you can hold him away from you, and you can throw it at him. And while you throw it at him, and he's defending, again, you can go for the groin, right, straight, left hook. You can follow it up with everything we have. All right. Ranges of combat, very important. We have close range, we have the range, punching range, we got kicking range, we got a far away range, but the most important one, the first one I want to talk to you about is the range that somebody comes up to you in your face. And while he's standing here, I want you to put your hands here right away, like you're just listening at him, because you understand that if you don't stand like this and suddenly he headbutts you, you're going to get caught. Or suddenly he gets a glass and puts it in your face, you're going to get caught too. Your hand is here, headbutt comes, you can block it. No problem at all. Also, what I would suggest you to do is I do always this. I'm talking to the guy like this. I always have my head a little bit forward. If he headbutts me now, only thing I have to do this. What happens with him, if he does this and he headbutts me and I do this, he will hit his own nose because I'm going to step in. I'm going to hit his face, which is going to hurt him a lot. Right away after that, dang-a-da-dang-a-da-dang, and it's finished. So here we go with the partner. Now, actually, he's my attacker, but he's my partner. Let me introduce him first. Amir Ranavardi, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to help me out with this. He's going to look mean, but he's a nice guy, okay? No, like I told you before, he's coming up to me, keep your hands here, because if he suddenly would headbutt or something, and he come, boom, I can stop the headbutt. And like I said, I like to always talk to people like this, but keep your eyes on him. If he headbutts now, oh, that is going to hurt him, and he's going to get caught. Right after that, of course, I follow up, bang, 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 and I finish the whole situation. So keep your hands here, be prepared, because I'm telling you one more time, if your hands are down, and he suddenly comes, he can boom, and then he can start punching me down. Okay, here we go. We're standing in this position. This position, I can also deliver bang, headbutt out of nothing. Or what about standing, loading up a little bit with your left shoulder? See what I'm doing? Boom, that's the left elbow right there. And what about the kick in the groin? Everybody underestimates the kick in the groin. Man, if you want to win a street fight, boom, that's the first thing to do. The guy goes down, you can do pretty much anything with him, what you want to do. Okay, let's see this with an opponent, because I want to show you also the bar punch fight. Because pretty much 95% of the people on the street, they will hit you with this big right hand. The only thing you have to do is go back and counter with a right straight. Let's take a look at all these little things that I showed you with my partner, Amir. And remember that I told you the barroom punch, aka the haymaker. Let's see how it looks when he throws that one, because 95% of the people, like I told you before, are using this fight on the street. They're drunk and they come with that big haymaker. This is the only thing you have to do. Step to the side, he's gonna miss, and boom, connect with the right straight. It is that easy. If I can tell you a number how many people I knocked out on the street as a bouncer with this punch, it's phenomenal. It always works. Everybody comes in with a lot of anger because they're drunk, and again they swing and they go back, let them miss, boom, right straight, right on the button. So keep your eyes open, hit the jaw, end of story. Let me explain to you something about the haymaker, okay? They're not punching a right straight. You see, a right straight goes straight forward. No, they punch like this. It's kind of a overhook. It's like kind of a throw punch that they make. Now, if you step a little bit to the side, watch. If I punch him and I make a right straight and he goes backwards, he can go backwards whatever he wants, I'm still going to hit him. But if I throw my punch in a curve and he goes back this far, I'm going to miss him already. And there, bang, and God knows what he's going to do to me after that. Okay? So a right straight goes straight forward. Never hit like this, what all the drunk people do, because they're drunk, they're off balance, and you pinpoint your punches. Make sure it's straight on the jaw so you don't hurt your hand, because if you hit the skull, you might break your hand, and you're going to have the worse than him. He's going to be KO'd, but you broke your hand. Okay, so maybe even when you really want to be safe, and he throws a haymaker, and he's going to be all the way here down, maybe you want to, boom, palm striking on the head. Okay, so there's no chance of breaking your hand. Okay, and of course we have the ambience, which we can use. And I show you what I mean with that. Now, I was standing like this and talking to the guy, and suddenly, boom, a headbutt. Bang, follow up with a headbutt. Boom, knee to the head. And look what we got here. Smack his face into the ambience of the place. Another one. He stands here, we're standing like that, and we start, boom, right elbow, bang, right straight. Maybe now the headbutt comes, knee to the face, and again, I can throw him against this wall and maybe step back and kick him against the head. You have to understand, it's a street fight. Try to avoid the confrontation. If you cannot avoid it, you take the confrontation. I don't believe in an eye for an eye. I believe in 2 eyes for an eye. But that's just me. Another one, the groin kick. We're standing and we're talking, whoa, kick the groin. Boom, and there's the knee again. And from here, you can knee him to the head on the side. You can kick him to the head. You can pretty much do anything, front kick. Anything you want to do, use the ambience. Take a chair, hit the chair. Anything, the world is yours.